Everybody, so today I'm going to do my Shop My Stash. I went and I used some of these products, some of them I didn't, but we're going to go through and I'm going to tell you what I used and then we're going to pick new products. So let's get started with palettes. So the palettes that I used the Venus XL2 palette, and I used the ColourPop 1111 palette, so those could be put away. I used this ColourPop eyeshadow in Moonwalk. I used that, so that could be put away. Okay, and then I did use this the primer by Fenty Beauty, so use that. I didn't get to use this chrome eyeshadow, pigment eyeshadow yet. I didn't get to use that, so I'm going to keep that in. I did get to use the setting spray, so we'll put that away. And then I did get to use this lipstick by Morphe, which is in the shade right there. And then I did get to use this Tatcha one right here. This not Tatcha, but Natasha Denona one, and I Need a Mood. I Need a Nude. So there's that. So you did use those two. I didn't get to use these two. This is the Essence one right here, and this one is, I don't know which brand this is, but I got this one in this shade to use. I did use my foundation, my concealer, and my primer, so those could go back. Okay, and then my foundation and concealer can go back right here. So you got those. I did use the setting powder by Tatcha. Did use that. So that could go back in. I did use these two lip glosses right here. I used this one by Marc Jacobs, and I used this one by Lawless. So those can go back in the drawer. I still have this one by L'Oreal. So I still have that one in there. I'm going to keep the mascaras and the brow product in here, because I only have a few brow products, and then I only have those two mascaras, so I'm going to just keep those in. I did get to use this Item Beauty bronzer, so that could be put away. And then I did get to use this Morphe blush, so that could be put away. And I did get to use this L'Oreal blush, so those could be put away. Last one I have is here, one in by CoverGirl. And Sweet Seduction. I got to use those two. Those could go back with the blushes. Okay, and then I got to use this highlighter by Juvia's Place and this Natasha Denona highlighter. So I got to use those two. So put those back with the highlighters. Okay, so now let's get started. I do have a primer, a new primer that I want to use with my new makeup over here. I have this primer right here. This is the Dr. Brandt Luminous Primer, so I'm going to try this primer. We'll put it up there, and then I do have a small primer, so I'm going to grab one more. And I think I'm going to grab this one right here. This is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer Moisturizer. So I'm going to use that. Put that in there as well. For foundation, I think I'm going to use my NYX Born to Glow foundation. And then I do have a new concealer that I want to use. It's right here by Tarte. It's a Tarte light medium concealer. So I'll throw that in there as well. For a new setting powder, let's go ahead and use this one right here by Charlotte Tilbury. We'll go ahead and put that right here. And then for a setting spray, let's go ahead and use this one by Tarte. This is the Tarte Maracuja Face Miracle Mist. So we'll use that one. And then for eyeshadow primer, let's get into that. For eyeshadow primer, I do have this one right here by the Crop Shop Stuck On You eyeshadow primer, so we'll use that. So that will go in here. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I'm going to have these two eyeshadow palettes, which is the Venus XL and the Huda Beauty Retro Mercury Grade palette, or whatever you call it. I don't remember what you call it. Retro Mercury. I don't know. But anyways, I got this palette right here. This is the Moon Slice Beauty palette, and then I also got this P. Louise times Michaela palette, and then I do have this Estate Beauty palette. I think I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna use the P. Louise X Michaela palette, which looks like this. So there's that. We're going to use that palette. Let me move. Put this right here. This right here and this right here. Okay, and then the other palette I'm going to use is this Moon Slice Beauty eyeshadow palette right here. So it looks like this right here. Looks like that right there. Really, really pretty. Can't wait to use that. So that will go right here. And then now I still have the mascaras and the brow products. So I'm moving on to cheek products. For bronzer, I'm going to use this, the Balm Bronze, Let Me Take Me Home Bronze bronzer. So I'm going to use that. And then for blush, I do have two new blush palettes. I have this one right here and this one right, cheek palettes. I have this one right here and this one right here. I think I'm going to use this one right here. Let me open this up so I can show you. So it's right here. It's by Mystic Halo Lucky Chick palette. And then here's the shades in there. So there's 2 blushes and a bronzer in there and a highlight. So we got 2 blushes. We're going to put this right here. And then let's grab 2 more or 1 more blush. Let's grab this L'Oreal blush right here. So we'll grab that one right there, and that should be good enough for blushes. Plus I have this one right here. And then for highlighters, I still have this highlighter right here. So let's grab a couple more highlighters, at least 2 more highlighters. Let's grab this highlighter right here by Ofra. This is in the shade Beverly Hills. So we'll grab that one. Stick that in there, and then we'll grab this one right here by Laura Geller. It's a Baked and Balanced illuminator in gilded honey. So grab that. Now let's go into lip products. I have this drawer right here filled with lip products. Let's go ahead and use this lipstick right here. It's in the shade Swain. So we'll use that lipstick right there, and then we'll grab one more. Let's grab this lipstick by Pat McGrath. We'll grab that lipstick and use that one. And then for lip glosses, I'm going to grab this one by Becca. So we'll grab this one and put it up here with this lip gloss. And then we'll grab one more. We'll grab this one right here by Essence Beauty, this lip gloss right here. So that's it. That's my whole Shop My Stash. Here's my eyeshadow palettes and my face palettes. And here's the makeup that I'm going to be using for this week. Thank you so much for watching. God bless and have a good day. Bye.